You want to buy some PlayStations?
You don't want to sell me PlayStations.
I don't want to sell you PlayStations.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and it looks like scalpers may be about to be in a little bit of trouble as some new lawmakers are looking specifically because of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X to add some legal repercussions to scalping them. On top of that, Walmart has now announced that they are doing some anti-bot methodology, and just how much scalpers have made since launch should boggle your mind. If you haven't yet, make sure you leave a like on this video, you leave a comment down below, and you, well, ensure a way to make sure you get my videos. Now, how much have they made? $60 million. New data reveals that scalping groups for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X have made nearly $60 million in profit since launch. According to new data, they've made $60 million. It's been notoriously difficult for anyone to get their hands on the new console, and the amount of scalpers out there have made the process even more frustrating for those who wanted a PS5 or an Xbox Series X by Christmas. These problems also don't seem like they'll be going away anytime soon. Scalpers started being a major issue almost immediately after the launch of the new consoles, but the PS5 seemed to be dealing with the majority of it. Scalpers managed to buy up thousands of PS5s only to turn and try and sell them right back to customers at exorbitant prices. The extreme prices that PS5 have been listed on places like eBay continue to rise as the likelihood of acquiring one becomes slimmer. Some scalpers are asking upwards of $3,000 per console. Sadly, it seems as though scalping has worked out very well for some of these groups, as Thomas Hardware reports that the new consoles have made scalping groups ridiculous amounts of money over the last couple of years. Audit them. Audit them. I guarantee you none of them are actually filing taxes appropriately. The S and S Xbox were both sold for 150% more than the retail price on average. This means that scalpers have made $3.5 million on the Series S and $20 million on the Series X. The PlayStation 5 Digital, on the other hand, has sold an average of 350% of its retail price, and the standard PS5 for about 200%. That means scalpers made another $27 million on that. And this actually is threatening long-term health for the consoles. The knock-on effect is usually low software attach rate in Japan. Bloomberg reports, as noted by the publication, a healthy ratio for new consoles around one game sold per each console bought. Based on Japanese sales data from Famitsu, Sony sold 213,000 PS5s in the product's first month of availability and just 63,000 physical games, meaning consumers have bought less than one packaged game for every 3 consoles purchased. Lucrative software sales are particularly important. Yeah, well, remember that people are also buying digital. There are other factors that could be impacting the physical PS5 software sales, most notably the shift to digital. In Sony's last fiscal years, digital software accounted for 55% of the total PS4 software sales, and they represented an even greater percentage in the first half of the current fiscal year. PS5 also comes pre-installed with Astro's Playroom and is backwards compatible with PS4 titles. Even if we consider digital download purchases, the percentage of sold PlayStation 5s is actually in use that means is not that high, meaning current demand is constrained by profit-taking resellers, according to Hideki Suda, an analyst at Ace Research Institute. Another analyst told Bloomberg that consumers' ability to acquire the console and resulting hit on software sales could negatively impact the profitability of the PlayStation business over the coming years. The PS5 could miss a critical chance of getting good hardware software upward spiral, said Kazunori Ito of Morningstar Research. The peak of the platform will likely be low, and the platform's total revenue earned won't be as strong as we'd hoped for. Bloomberg claims even that a major Japanese publisher has internally discussed the possibility of delaying its PS5 game based on concerns about the early market response to the console. The publication also reiterated previous claims that Sony is experiencing a PS5 production issue related to its main custom designer, claims Sony previously labeled false. Sony still expects to sell 7.6 million PS5 units by the end of the year, fiscal year on March 31st, outperforming PS4 A recent study has shown some light, though, with scalpers reportedly taking $20 million in next-gen profits through eBay alone as of December 1st. Why doesn't eBay just ban the sale of these? Oh, yeah, they don't really care. Now, interestingly, Walmart, though, finally, allegedly doing something about bots. Walmart plans on selling more PS5s and Xbox Series X's starting today. This is from 2 days ago. As scalpers continue to buy up and resell PS5s at inflated prices, you may be wondering if anything can be done. According to Walmart, the retail has had success in stopping bots from snatching PS5 units before real consumers can buy them, pointing to a recent incident during a pre-Thanksgiving sale in demand console. One bot preventative action we've implemented just hours before the PS5 event on November 25th blocked more than 20 million bot attempts within the 30 minutes alone. That is insane. 20 million bot attempts. The bots were able to make a staggering number of attempts thanks to software automation. Bot programs monitor retailer websites, and that's ultimately though, what ends up happening is the websites go down, and regular people can't get them either. They end up crashing or whatever the case may be. So it makes repeated purchases. According to Geisler, the 20 million plus bot attempts represent a mere fraction of what Walmart's system deals with on a routine basis. However, the retailer says it's been able to thwart scalpers by using unspecified anti-bot techniques. Bot scripts are constantly evolving and being rewritten, so we've built, deployed, and are continuously updating our own bot detection tools, allowing us to successfully block the vast majority of bots we see. As an additional step, we also audit and quickly cancel any orders confirmed to be purchased by bots that may have slipped through. Thank you, Walmart. Walmart. Not Best Buy, Walmart and GameStop so far has been canceling bot orders and blocking insane numbers of attempts. But now things are getting even more heated. Politicians in the UK suggest legislation to stop the PS5 and Xbox Series X and S scalping. Since the release, as spotted by VGC, the motion tabled by 6th Scottish National Party MPs calls for the government to introduce legislation to prohibit the resale of gaming consoles and PC components at prices greatly above the manufacturer's retail price. The MPs suggested that it could be similar in nature to existing legislation for the secondary selling of tickets, which requires sellers to be transparent and avoid misleading customers. The motion also singles out resales of goods purchased by bots as something that could be made an illegal activity. So far, Early Day Motion has 21 signatures, but there's currently no set date for discussion in the Commons. Early Day Motions are intended to draw attention to topics of interest, meaning this is more about a call for debate than commitment to introduce legislation, but the fact that it's been brought up is still noteworthy. Perhaps one day we'll see this introduced as a bill. Now, I don't think that outlawing bots or outlawing reselling is obviously a good idea. That's just not right. However, I mean, the idea of trying to remove scarcity and the effects of it is just dumb. It's anti-capitalist. It's not going to stop it. And ultimately, it's just a symptom. If Walmart, Best Buy, and GameStop websites were to have put the time in to make sure that these things were blocked, that like they're doing now, this wouldn't have been nearly the problem that it is now. I'm hoping, really, really hoping, that we can see a much better set of preventative actions in place. You know, I don't think banning scalping, and again, how long does something take to go through the government? Freaking years? This isn't going to do anything to save the PS5 and Xbox Series X. I don't think blocking reselling at higher prices is smart. But I do think that Sony themselves and Microsoft themselves should be awarding people who put the tech infrastructure in to make sure actual customers get the consoles. They should be awarding them with higher allocations of the consoles. Let the market take care of itself. Look, if your website is letting bots buy up all the consoles, then you're going to lose your allocation to Walmart because they're spending the money to prevent this particular behavior. That's just the way it should work, at least in my opinion. Scalpers suck. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.